Travis Wingate, so this is an update for you on objection filing. I got to number 5, and I'm working on, prior to Judge Oberg's appointment, she was a federal public defender. I've already established her actions in this case in the context of the previous Judge First, and have shown how Judge Oberg violated 28 U.S. Code 455 disqualification, as well as her violating of 28 U.S. Code 636B1A. A judge of the court may reconsider any pretrial matter under this subparagraph A, where it has been shown that the magistrate judge's order is clearly erroneous or contrary to law. And so I've clearly established that. And it's more than one order. That was the first one that I told you I was going to do. Roman numeral 1, bias for defense. 28 U.S. Code 455 for disqualification due to bias. I'll give you an overview. The first one was to Judge Waddups himself, who this is going to be sent to. As I make mention that he's a well-known Mormon in Utah and online, and so he's supposed to disqualify himself in any proceeding in which his impartiality might reasonably be questioned. And I point out the filing of my motion for recusal of both Judge First and him, but for Judge First for her refusal to exercise her duties as assigned by Your Honor, Judge Waddups. That's interesting. 4 is actually 3. Let's see if I can fix this. Whoops. Did I fix it, or did I make it worse? Okay, I fixed that. But I need... layout. Actually, I don't need to do it on the right side. Why is it? Yeah, because the spacing indents. Alright, I think I got it fixed. Alright, so let's see. I told you about 2. Was that neither he nor Judge First replied to the motion to recuse themselves, and then Judge Oberg stepped in and, or the clerk This is where the clerk stepped in. Or, let's see, on plaintiff determination other than the hearing on November 1st. No, okay, no, it's just she refused to exercise her duties, and I submitted the recusal. And then 3 covers everything on the docket of how Judge First refused to exercise the duties of her office, and Judge or the clerks denied waiver of default judgment on Judge First and Judge Waddups and other clerks' errors, and Judge Oberg's violation or erroneous and not contrary to law orders that she was giving. And that's a long one, and I'll cover it in the reading when I finish this. And then so 4 is now going to show that her actions as a federal public defender and her arguments for her clients show a bias that the court was specifically looking for in my case. And I already set it up here. Judge Oberg's orders are clearly erroneous and contrary to law in showing bias in favor of the defendant, as her actions might be reasonably questioned along with the reasoning for her appointment to the bench and her assignment to this case. So then I go into explaining how she can be reasonably questioned about her appointment to the bench and her assignment to this case by using her past against her. This is what they used to fire Judge First, is they went back into her past and said, oh, she gave that order that led to that, and that's why she got fired. She did nothing wrong, they just created a reason. And so here I'm going back and pointing out a direct cause as to why the court would choose her over other potential candidates who applied. Man, I went out into the hall to tell Russ that I was working on this, and we'll go into tomorrow, because I still have to do finish off Roman numeral 1, bias for defense, and then go into 2, violating Constitution, laws of the United States, and rules of the court, which I sort of covered in 3, but I will rehash them, and then go to show in 3, Roman numeral 3, how she's a co-conspirator, therefore, and then 4, go into how she's committed an act of treason by placing my life in jeopardy and going against the laws of the United States and participating in supporting a criminal organization that is purposely destroying America. They are the enemy of America, and she's aiding and abetting an enemy to America. As I will very likely be pointing out to Mormon Judge Waddups about how he too has been deceived about Mormon history and about the facts that Judge Oberg has been quashing. Is it quashing or squashing? Quash. Reject or void, especially by a legal person. Yeah, quash. Quash. And yeah, it's clear I won. I made that established already. as she's being exposed as bias for the defense in regards to violating the law. But I'll reinforce that as I go on. So that's it for today. It's now wind down time after 5 o'clock today. So yeah, I'll pick it up tomorrow and go from there. So just so that you know, sign is about to occur when it rises in the east of the waning moon is now at Nelson's Mars symbol, and I've done the video today showing how Nelson is connected to Mars, showing how I first suspected it way back in February 2017 when he was at Discovery Day for the church, and then I kept confirming as the final confirmation that established it was when the night that Monson died. The sign that night showed that Nelson is Mars, as he took over as the top of the judgment scales of Libra. That's how you do it. All scientifically tested, not astrologically. I'm not saying, oh, I want that pretty star to be Nelson, and I want that pretty star to be Monson, and you can't do it that way. You have to scientifically do it. Say, okay, movements with the ancient interpretations and stories have to be placed in a modern context and separately observe the actions of individuals and then compare the two to see if there's a consistent, steady match. And I've done that and confirmed it. And so anyway,